Chatting with Heather and Rachel, the owners of Superior Piercing Company in Marquette. We're talking about 3 months in business, and of course, you know, you said things are going really well, but with any business, any plans, I feel like sometimes things just change. I'm curious to know if there have been, you know, any challenges or any extra things that you've noticed, have learned along the way in this journey as business owners so far.
Honestly,
really.
it's been going really great. There's
Yeah,
not having a lot of
mean-
complaints. We're working a lot, but
Yeah, I mean, other than the fact that we had anticipated that weekdays would be at a point where we could each take a day off, and that has not been the case. Other than that, not, and that's a hard thing to complain about,
Yeah.
like, oh no, we're too busy, you know? But other than that, most of the kinks happened and got fixed while we were in the process of getting open. And since we've been open, things have been pretty solid.
That's really good to hear. And what kind of feedback have you been hearing from your customers?
Extremely positive.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
I'm pretty sure you pierced, one of you pierced my niece's ears, and
I
she
did.
just loves it, talks about them all the time. She can't wait till she can put in her like little dangly earrings or something. So
yeah, she's my daughter's little friend in kindergarten.
So fun.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my niece is 5 years old, so obviously she was really comfortable.
Yeah.
Didn't seem scared to be pierced at your shop at all.
Yeah, that's kind of the little ones are kind of my thing, for sure,
yeah.
you know. Partly, in fact, just I have little kids, but it also just was it's such a niche thing because there's a lot of professional piercers that aren't comfortable or don't want to take the time to deal with little ones that are nervous, and you know, there's certain guidelines that they have to follow. That's tougher than just sitting in a chair at Claire's and having someone, you know, shoot a couple of earrings in your ears. And it's a way safer method, a way more comfortable method for the kids, but there are extra steps involved, and a lot of piercers don't necessarily want to take that step, and it's my favorite thing.
So what are some of those steps? What do you do to really make sure that, especially your little customers, are really comfortable and safe?
Yeah, so we just talk. I mean, first thing, when a parent and a kid come into the appointment, apart from talking about paperwork and all of that stuff, I don't even really look at the parent. Like, it's all about the kid. Like, they walk in and Heather does the same thing, you know, up front, and is very like, what's your name? Are you excited to be here? Are you a little nervous too? That's super normal, you know? And then they come back and I'm like, you are in charge in this room.
Yeah.
Your parents can't make me pierce your ear. If you want to stop at any point, you tell me to stop, I will stop. I will listen to you, all that stuff. And so it's just very much about empowering them and making them feel like this is their choice and this is what they want to do, and not somebody wants them to have their ears pierced for some reason. And then it's just about, you know, making them comfortable and getting them through it. And it's okay to be nervous. It's normal to be nervous. It'd be weird if you weren't nervous, you know?
Yeah.
And just kind of, you know, I always tell them, like, finding their bravery. So.
And what an important lesson about bodily autonomy, especially for really little kids. They might not have been introduced to that concept yet. I mean, so many little kids are told, oh, give grandma a hug. You need to eat this food. It's time to go to bed. I'm going to dress you. So to have kids in your shop and to put them in the driver's seat, that is so important.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun.
All right, I want to put some pictures up on the screen of the space if you have yet to see it. So this is inside the medical center.
Really cool.
Yeah, we can kind of just let these roll while we talk.
Yeah, I wish there was a place. I was the classic Claire's gal, and my second pierce, like the second hole on my ears are crooked, like dramatically. Like when I wear the double one.
a very common thing that people come in with. We do a lot of corrections. And
Oh, you can do corrections on piercings?
Oh, absolutely.
I didn't know that.
Definitely.
I actually, my second holes in my ears, I pierced them myself actually with just a needle. So mine aren't the most even, are they?
Yeah, mine are. So,
definitely important to go to a professional,
yes,
not
don't
just for
pierce
safety.
your own ears like Tia.
Not just for safety purposes, but aesthetic purposes as well. Really nice space.
Do you have any other piercings aside from your ears?
Not anymore. I mean, I've had many a piercing in my day.
Yeah, same.
A lot of them have closed up. I've since taken them out. I keep like thinking of a question that I want to ask, and then it rolls off my tongue, and then I forget. And so I'm like,
the most painful piercing? Because I'm interested in knowing that.
Because when you were talking about, you've been pretty busy so far. So have you been kind of just booked with your appointments and whatnot?
Yeah, we book up pretty frequently, but we take walk-ins too. You know, so it's just kind of hit or miss on the day. Sometimes we get there and the day doesn't look busy, and then all of a sudden we turn around and we're like, what is happening? You know, which is great. So it just kind of depends. Yeah.
So you do take walk-ins, but it might not always be like you can get in right away.
Yeah, exactly. Scheduled appointments get first dibs on the piercing room, and then we take walk-ins. We fit them around, you know, as we can.
Okay, good to know.
I do want to know though, what is the most painful piercing in your guys' opinion?
Different for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's nerve endings are different. Some people come in fully pierced. Everything that you can imagine is pierced, and they say that their earlobes hurt the worst.
Interesting.
It's totally different for everybody. Even when people come in and ask, I'm like, I cannot tell you.
Yeah.
It's just, all I can tell you is that it's fast. You know, either way, it's over with quick.
Well, I want to talk more about what the experience in the piercing chair is like, what you can expect if you sit down for an appointment with either Rachel or Heather. We have to take another commercial break, but we'll pick up the conversation when we come back.